Sri Lanka is not a bucket list country. I do not want Sri Lanka to be called a bucket list country. Sri Lanka should be a country that people emotionally fall in love, physically fall in love. And also, there's so much foreigners who have started investing in Sri Lanka purely because of the passion that they want to stay in Sri Lanka. So let's make sure Sri Lanka positions ourselves in there and keep our warm hospitality going. And I'm sure our crisis, where we are in a country which we are struggling a little, will be out of it with purely on tourism, which I'm sure I will, with the guidance of the President, will make the #1 revenue source for the country. When boss offered me the ministry, was to make sure finding fuel to send the last tourists out of the country to the airport. From there to now, where we have reached, I absolutely could be very proud for the commitment, the entire industry, the entire ministry, and with the guidance of the President, where we have reached. I'd like to go back to 1987, when Hilton first was launched by then President Sri Jayawardena, His Excellency Sri Jayawardena, who actually was a huge driver of tourism, who realized Sri Lanka needed brands. I remember on one of those quotes, I was talking with Mr. Arvind Virakodi, and he reminded me where then Secretary Ananda Tissadi Alvis has said that Sri Lanka is not just a girl on the beach. We are much more than that. And I absolutely believe Sri Lanka is not just about the beach. We have much more to offer. It's just putting it together, branding it correctly, and taking it to the right markets. One thing that we did right, I believe, first initial 3 months was firefighting, but we first ran into India. And now we see the benefits of the Indian tourists coming in, and India being the #1 arrivals for Sri Lanka. We reached out to China also. They're #3 right now. And all the airlines started to come back to Sri Lanka. We had a time where all the airlines pulled out, but Qatar Airways is flying currently 6 times a day to Sri Lanka. Emirates is flying 4 times a day to Sri Lanka. Turkish Airlines is flying into Sri Lanka. Singapore Airlines back on 7 days a week flights from very soon. Israel Airlines is just announced from October 31st. Israel is going to have a Akira Airlines direct flight 2 times a week. So many other flights included. We fly into India 80 times a week. So I think we got the guidance of the President. He told us, concentrate on the markets that's close to us at the moment. And I think we did that, and we are seeing the benefits. Now it's the next step. An average spender in Sri Lanka spends between $180 to $200, which is not going to put our country back on the right track. We need a product, we need brands, and we need more things for the tourists to do and bundle it up in the correct way. So that's our challenge, and I think me and my team have taken the challenge up. And I'm glad to hear when Hilton is opening up more and more hotels, and Milva is on the verge of opening their Nigambo hotel, moving into Nuwara, this will no doubt improve tourism in Sri Lanka. Month of October, ITC is opening in Colombo, Sheraton is opening up, Radisson Blu is opening up. So the potential for Sri Lanka in the coming years, and our targets that we have set for 2030, which is 4 million, is, for me, looks achievable if we all work together and promote Sri Lanka as a brand that is in our heart. One of our specialities as Sri Lankans are our hospitality. We always smile. We are a resilient nation. We never go down. And the challenge, even His Excellency accepted at a time that nobody thought this would be possible, is a good example to see where we are today. So let's once again get together. And I believe Sri Lanka tourism, with this current campaign, which haven't been done for 15 years, this is just the concepts that they were playing in. I personally love that concept. I personally say the statistics show us 31% of Sri Lankan travelers are repeaters.